Welcome back to the channel, everybody. I am Mick Alphanim. So we're going to begin here just discussing the possibility of Swift utilizing XRP and any type of connection they might have. Because the first thing I asked myself is there a solid connection? Just like I went over in the last video, and we went to Capgemini's site and found that they did not have a partnership with Ripple. So even though they're going to be working with Swift, they don't have a partnership with Ripple. And even though I have seen certain things that indicate that they've rained praise down upon the blockchains and possibly Ripple, I need something more solid than that. All right. I don't like to go on loose information. That's just not my way. So I look for some type of connection, partnerships, business deals. So that's what I began doing. So let's just dive into this hole for a little bit here. So now we know that Ripple, follow me here. We're going to go somewhere with this. This is very good. We know that Ripple is in a lot of places with Quant. They have a good relationship with Quant, okay? They're both on the Digital Pound Foundation. Sorry about that. They're both on a Digital Pound Foundation. And if you go to digitalpoundfoundation.com, you can see all of their members, okay? And you have here CGI, Electroneum, and right next to each other, Ripple and Quant. So they're used to working with each other. Then on top of that, keep in mind, over the last few months, you had James Wallace and you've had a representative of Quant. James Wallace, of course, is of Ripple, sitting on multiple panels together. All right. So now you see more connection there. Then keep in mind also, I showed you before, don't worry, we're going somewhere with this. I showed you before that Quant has Overledger for Ripple. Now, that's significant because if you go to Quant's website, quant.network, right? They only have 3 posted Overledgers. Now, not in a million years do I think that this is their only offering, but this is what they want to highlight. That's why they put it on the website, right? This is their premier offerings. And so what they have listed on their website is Overledger for Ethereum. Then you have Overledger for Ripple and Overledger for Bitcoin. That says a lot, okay, about what Quant thinks about Ripple and their connections. And they seem to have a lot of respect for each other when they're sitting on the panels, and they seem to agree a lot on many things, which makes sense since they're both on the Digital Pound Foundation members board. All right, so we have those connections with Quant. Let's move here. Quant did something interesting a little while ago. Muy lindo, mi gente. Quant came into partnership with a company called SIA. Do you remember that? They came into partnership. Now, SIA has different facets of SIA. You have SIA Chain. Keep that in mind. You have SIA Chain and you have SIA Partners. This is going to be important for where we're going to take these thoughts. Here's an article. This is on cryptoseq.medium.com. All right. And let's just read this little tidbit here. All right. Quant Network partner with SIA, a game changer for mass blockchain adoption by financial institutions. SIA, the leading European high-tech company in the payment services and infrastructure sector, and Quant Network, a UK-based pioneering technology company, have signed a partnership agreement to explore blockchain interoperability and the creation of agnostic cross-platform applications and services for banks and financial institutions. Let's go back to all of this is going to connect. All right, we're drawing a bridge from XRP to Swift. Just give me a little bit of time. This is so important. Look at what they highlighted. Cross-platform applications and services for banks and financial institutions. That's their agreement. That's their agreement. Let's go back to here, the known offerings of Overledger. And let's see if any of them apply to this partnership with SIA to bring them better services for, how did they put it? I don't want to get this mixed up because I have so many thoughts. An agnostic cross-platform application for and services for banks and financial institutions. Let's just see from Quant's own website if any of these offerings actually match up. Ethereum with consensus, absolutely not. They already failed twice when it comes to CBDCs. We know that for a fact. We read the articles, posted them here. People downloaded them, people screenshotted them. That's a fact. So they failed. No, Ethereum was never built for CBDCs and for banks. So that's not going to work. Okay, let's skip over the middle one, the important one for a moment. Bitcoin, absolutely not. Fees are high, it's archaic, it's slow. It doesn't scale very well from what I know, unless there's something I don't know. So it's not Bitcoin and it's not Ethereum. There's only one other offering here that can do that. And that's Ripple, XRP. That's it. That's the one. Ripple does interbank payments, is an agnostic bridge currency. So pretty much the partnership that they landed with SIA perfectly fits Ripple, who they have an Overledger for and who they sit on the Digital Pound Association with and who they've been sitting on all these panels with. That's not the only thing. We're going to keep going. Hang in there with me. Oh, this is getting good. That price is going to raise on XRP, in my humble opinion. It's not financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor. I don't care whether you buy XRP or not. It makes no difference to me. I'm waiting on those banks, all right? That price is going to raise it. Raise the toe. That price is going to raise. It's just my humble opinion. This is getting good. So, services for banks and financial institutions. Before discussing the partnership in more detail, okay, so then they want to go a little bit deeper. Let's go to another website here. This is where it gets really, really good. SIA. SIA Partners, that wing of their business, which I believe is their, where they offer consultation and things of that nature. Let's see if we have a little bit here on SIA Partners. I had something pulled up here just to give you a little bit more information. Okay, SIA Partners provides services to supply chain actors such as transport operators, railroad, sea, air, logistic technicians, large shippers. They also do consultations. SIA Partners offers a multidisciplinary team made up of blockchain specialists and business specialists in order to best support its clients. There's a little bit more I had here. Okay, there you go. And it says they offer augmented traditional consulting. So they're going to be recommending people. And the consulting is the part that that's really important to this. Because here in this article on SIA-partners.com, so this is coming right from them, SIA Partners was listed as a provider in Swift directories. Not only that, not only were they listed as a provider, I did a little bit more research here, and any of you can do the same research. Any of you can do the same searches and pull this information up easily, by the way. So you can see it for yourself. Of course, I'll put some stuff on the screen. Not only that, I had a map up here. There's a very good map, and I seem to have lost it. They are certified by Swift as a provider in so many countries. So Swift is able to utilize SIA in a multitude of countries. You can find that map very easily just doing the same searches that I've done here. So Swift and SIA have a good interconnectedness there. So now let's go down here. Let's read this little tidbit here. It says, with the upcoming customer security control framework imposes an independent assessment for all Swift users. SIA Partners has expertise with respect to the customer security program, which enables us to best support users in the assessment of security controls. Following the surge of cyber attacks, oh, well, wow, I did not know this. Okay. Following the surge of cyber attacks targeting banks via Swift. Now, I knew banks were under attack. I've been telling you a long time, be careful with these banks you all are using because they've been under attack. And for some reason, I don't know how this is legal, but they're not informing the customers of these attacks. And people are getting their information stolen, identity stolen, money stolen, things of this nature from these banks. But I didn't know, and that's coming from the bank's susceptibility within themselves. Okay. Sorry, I'm not so eloquent this morning. I'm still a little bit tired. I'm a little bit waking up. But I didn't know they were also being attacked via Swift. Wow, that has heavy implications. So when we're thinking about Swift, and then we'll get back to this article, when we're thinking about Swift, we have to understand that if it's known by well-respected consultants like SIA Partners, and they are well-respected, then across the board, this is known by consultants everywhere, right? Recommenders of services everywhere that Swift has been used and weaponized against the banks. And so they're going to need something to bring in to provide more security for the Swift system, the new Swift system that may come about if they actually put it together, to provide security. In comes SIA Partners, who possibly recommends and says, hey, Swift, listen, you want to do CBDCs and interoperability? We're a consultant here. So since we have a partnership with Quant, Quant is a partner, that there is a high possibility SIA Partners could recommend their partner, Quant. And Quant provides Overledger for who that deals with financial, large financial entities, exactly what they're looking for here, whether they say once again. And who does Quant have an Overledger for that provides services for an agnostic cross-platform applications and services for banks and financial institutions? Who do they have an Overledger for? Ripple, XRP. There's one connection there. I'm not saying there's not more. There may be many more. We have to continue to do this research and look into this. And probably a lot of you are going to do much better research than I even have done. Some of you are superb researchers. I've come to greatly respect, and they're going to pull some things up, and you'll see it on Twitter and stuff like that, and they'll make some YouTube videos. But this is what I've gotten so far. And I think this is a good start. So there you have a connection between Swift and Ripple now, a solid one that there is a high possibility that they could be recommended. Not that Swift doesn't have knowledge of Ripple already. They definitely do. They definitely do. But now that they're bending the knee and they see that there's the inevitability of CBDCs, and that not only that, CBDCs could save Swift. They want in now. But in order to get in, they may have to go through the blockchain door. And if that happens, then the connections that SIA Partners has with being listed, how do they phrase this here? I want to give you all this factual information so that way. Listed as a provider in Swift directories. Not only that, they are certified by Swift in almost every jurisdiction Swift is in. That they could possibly recommend Quant, and that Quant, having Ripple as the only true provider of an agnostic bridge currency for banks, Quant would recommend Ripple. That's the connection. And everything, as we've all been saying, would work together as one system, all together. You have SIA Partners recommending this and bringing infrastructure to Swift, possibly, it's not a guarantee, possibly via Quant. Quant providing Overledger services for Ripple brings Ripple along with them, and they all function together. Then the people will be able to use the Swift system, and they would never even know it. Everything would flow seamlessly. All the retail people or banks would know, whichever one uses that particular product, and it could possibly be both. All they would know is I put my money in and it arrives somewhere instantaneously. That's all they would know. And it's all they need to know. And you and I, if all that happened, you and I, muy linda, mi gente, that price would explode. Just my humble opinion. You know, this is just how I feel. Sometimes I just share my excitement. I don't expect you to feel the same. I'm not here for that. I'm not here to sway you this way or that. I'm just here to provide hopefully some good information. Somebody out there in the back is a great researcher, and they're saying to me right now, they're like, Alphanim, I already knew all of that. Oh man, then you're way ahead of the curve, so to speak. You're way ahead of us all. So let's see if I had anything else up here. I think we covered all of that right now. I'm still researching. I have a lot of other things that I even have some requests that I'm researching right now. But okay, so now keep in mind, you have Swift that could possibly, not a guarantee, possibly utilize Ripple XRP. There are other offerings, but I'm looking at who actually has a partnership relationship with Swift, who has a partnership with SIA Partners, with SIA Chain. Remember, they're two different ones. So if you do a search, you want to search for both SIA Chain and SIA Partners, okay? then who has a partner with SIA Partners, which is Quant, and who does Quant provide Overledger services for? So I connected all of these pieces, you know, as I'm doing my research. And so now you have all of those quadrillions per year, I believe, that Swift moves in play. Oh man, that is major. Quadrillions. And you know what? I need to get an update on Swift very, very soon about their numbers. We'll go over that very soon. So you have those quadrillions they move per year. That will make XRP's price explode. Then you have intrabank payments. All right. Do your own research on the average value of intrabank payments and the average volume coming out of those banks. We've gone over that on these channels many times. That money is the flood. That's the flood. I mean, not the flood, my apologies, the tsunami. And that would definitely make that price of XRP explode. And also at the same time, keep in mind, XLM's price would explode. Then you have Algorand dealing with CBDCs and such like that. I'm waiting for some announcements to come out of there. So everything, in my humble opinion, is looking very good with the bank coins right now. And like I said, I know the world's going through a horrible, terrible time. Monetary policy has been loose. It's been terrible. They waited too long to tighten things up. They could have tightened things up earlier. They didn't. They're printing money like, you know, at an exponential rate. That's terrible. You know, so the regulators and government officials, people need to take a close look, especially moneymakers, mostly moneymakers. I mean, I know regular people probably won't look that deeply, but moneymakers, you and I, we need to look at these people next time that there are elections coming around for every position. It doesn't matter which one, because they affect the money. Their policies affect the money. All right. Governmental entities also, you know, within the banks, there's a lot of us who have people we know inside of the banking system. Let them know what you feel about blockchain. Let them know what you feel about distributed ledger technology, about the faultiness of their banking system, the security issues. Let them know that we know. I do this all the time so that they may be prompted to change the system. And that is beneficial to you and I because we hold piece of the new system. Okay, we are the liquidity. We are the agnostic bridge currency if we're holding things like XRP, XLM, Algorand, Cello, HBAR. All right. So this all benefits us. It's going to take a little bit of work. So now that you have that information, what are you going to do with it? Oh, wait, before I get out of here, I saw one of my subscribers, one of my people, all of my subscribers here. I think of you all as like family. You're my YouTube family. And I saw someone post some of their favorite movies on a certain medium. All right. And a lot of people have been doing this, posting their favorite movies. And this individual has some good war movies. It was like Hunt for Red October. And what was the other one? Hunt for Red October and Crimson Tide. I'll say this. If you like war movies, OK, I'm going to throw some old school ones out there to you. These are great war movies. You can recommend some down in the comment section. I'll probably see it. I don't get a lot of time to respond, though. My apologies. Hamburger Hill was a good one. I don't know if they have that for rental anywhere. Hamburger Hill. Oh, man. But it's gory, though. That is a gory war movie. Hamburger Hill, Platoon. A lot of people have seen Platoon. What was the one where the airplane crashed and then the guy had to survive? The pilot had to survive on his own behind enemy lines. Was that Catch-22? I'm talking about the old one. I know they've copied that movie afterwards, but I think it was like Catch-22 or something like that. Catch-22. You all should already know Full Metal Jacket. I'm trying to think of other ones that were good. Apocalypse Now. A lot of people have seen that classic. Apocalypse Now was a good one also. So there you go. I'm throwing my 2 cents in. Alphanine, we didn't even ask you. We didn't even ask you about your favorite movies, man. We just want to watch Hunt for Red October. These are some good ones, though. So that's my thoughts on that. I have some other movie recommendations. Maybe I'll give some out. You know, hey, what do you want to hear? You want some action movies? You want some love movies? No, we're only here for crypto. It's the end of the video. I was about to do my outro anyway. So, hey, listen up, everybody. I hope you're doing well out there. Stay safe at all times. I think of life as like a fight. Protect yourself at all times. The bell rung when you were born. The fight began then. Protect yourself at all times. Keep your chin down. So now that you have that information, what are you going to do with it? I know what I'm going to do with it. So until next time, let's get to the money.